Another happy pod.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream, baby.
your dream.
You are the cutest and I've ever seen.
I've ever seen. Hello and welcome to Your Opinion Sucks, Season 2, Episode 6?
Yeah.
Episode 6. I'm Harry and I'm joined by the usual boys. I'm joined by...
Lawrence.
Oh, that's great. Great start to the pod.
What was that? What was that?
I think that was my phone.
Oh,
I'm in the
okay.
booth. I'm in the booth today, so of course I have to fuck up. I'm also joined by...
Nathan Bauer. He's got the power to give you a little kiss.
And finally, Garrett.
Yeah, it's remember me.
Yeah. So how are you... Fucking hell.
Turn your fucking phone off. What's going on?
I'm in
Listen
charge.
to the abuse. If he's new to this,
Well, I don't care.
Sorry, right. There we go. There we go. Everyone's settled now. Everyone enjoying themselves.
How are we all?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm quite well. Lawrence?
yeah, I'm pretty well, thank you.
Garrett?
How's Garrett doing?
Yeah, I'm well.
Has anyone noticed a little bit different about me, boys? Or anything? Anyone notice
Oh
anything?
yeah, Nathan, you seem to be sporting a nice dweller's belt.
I do seem to be sporting a dweller's belt, and
Yes.
why is that,
That'd be
Lawrence?
because Harry and Garrett, after last week's pod, decided they would leave promptly, which is their right. You know, they have a tiresome journey back to their flat. Me and Nathan live a lot closer.
We do.
But in their haste, they left behind their prized possession, the wrestler's dweller's belt. Is there a full title for this belt? Is there
It's
a
the
name?
Dweller's Cup.
It's the Dweller's
Do you
Cup.
want to
It's as well as
explain
cup.
fully
It's
what
just
it's
not
all
a
about?
belt. It's not a fucking cup.
It's
Right.
not a cup.
So
It
I
says
like
clearly
to
that cup.
Yeah.
preface this by saying I take no responsibility. At the time of Garrett bringing it into university, it belonged to Scott. He won it. He is the king of the dwelling. So all responsibility falls on Garrett because he shouldn't have done so. He shouldn't have taken another king's.
Pointing the finger is no way to start this podcast,
Well,
Harry.
while I feel that Harry is a coward and a prick, because I've already fully said, like, yeah, I brought it in. It's my responsibility, but it's, you know, Harry was in this room. I was not in this room while the belt was taken.
That is very true.
And also, you two, we didn't just leave the belt. It's still my property. I have the receipt of purchase.
Well,
it's still theft.
Yes, but would you rather we kept it here and let anyone take it?
Which they
Yeah,
would have done, because
yeah.
we haven't been back here since last week.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
There's a difference between leaving it here and letting someone else take it, and you took it and wouldn't give it to us.
No, right. Excuse me.
This is the first time we've seen you since last week.
And if you're a follower on Twitter, an avid follower nonetheless, you would know that we sent you a ransom video, cleverly disguising ourselves. Actually, no,
It wasn't us.
two of our well-known friends.
Two handsome gentlemen.
that
Two jihadi
happen to look very similar to us, wearing tea towels.
I did fully take off my tea-towel.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Shut up. So basically, yeah, we set a list of demands. One of them Garrett has already fulfilled. We asked him for some milk
And
we,
I have some
we were
milk.
running low in the flat, so Nathan's got some milk now and he's been chugging it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and me and Harry both fulfilled the other second third of the what? The
Beers.
other third. Of,
However, there is one thing that you guys have yet to do, and that was publicly announce that we,
Do you remember
as,
what it was?
as a unity, yeah, just about. We as a unity,
didn't
as,
copy the dwelling.
as the
den.
Dwen.
The
Oh
den.
fuck!
Oh,
No,
no.
see,
That's
we're
a
forming
ship
into
name.
one.
Oh god, our ship.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Allow me to take over
Okay,
because there's a little bit like nerves are running high. There's a lot of tension.
Yeah, I'm
here.
a little bit nervous.
It's okay.
We've parlayed back and forth. So all week I've been trying to formulate a plan because I realised it was my fault. I from the fucking second I knew, I was like, it's my fault. I'm sorry. And then Harry was a prick about it, but that's fine. So I've been trying to formulate a plan. I've been, talking to people on the inside of the den or close to the den. Yeah,
These people are no den members.
Kai's not a member
exactly.
of the den.
Who?
And he can fuck off.
I think that's the Kai mention of the week. Congrats, boys. Yeah, nice one. Yeah. Kai mention of the week.
Who? I've been trying to do this. It all fell through. We were all too lazy to actually go through with it. I didn't have enough help because people just didn't help me. But that's beside the point. I come here today to offer a dwelling den alliance.
Yep.
A dwelliance.
A dwelliance, if you will.
What would our
And-
ship name be? Would it be, as I mistakenly referred to us as the
Dwen.
Dwen?
I think it's the denning.
The Denning.
Oh, I don't know, because that
I
makes
like to
me
put-
think
I
of
like to
Kat.
put den
That makes me
first.
think of Kat Dennings in Thor, and she's
All right, okay.
just awful.
How dare you?
The Dwen.
She has big breasts.
Apologies for Kat Dennings'
She does
big
have
breasts.
a fire body.
She does have a fire, but we've all seen it.
It's true.
Anyway, the den did not copy the dwelling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That
Thank
was
you very much.
naive of me to say. I apologise.
No.
Here is a crate of
Some Bud Light.
how many Bud Lights? is
10.
it? 10 Bud Lights.
We
10 Bud
humbly accept your offer of 10 440 milliliter cans of Bud Light.
I'm extending my hand for the audio viewers for a handshake.
Yes,
I'm
and here is a handshake between.
Okay.
Oh, we should get a picture of this.
All right, hold on.
Let's get a picture.
Well, I'm just going to be here with my hand up.
If
then.
you're on YouTube, we'll put this on the screen now. If you're on iTunes, well, fuck you.
Lauren's getting.
Oh, fine. Go
Also, you can see me, so there you go. Wonderful.
There we go. We just posed for a picture in real time. We will hand over the belt. It's back to its rightful property. And may I just say a big thank you to the helpful man, Harry Fleming.
I beg your pardon?
I think you know what I'm talking about.
The helpful man.
So
Yes.
in a parlay, in a parlay I had with Nathan yesterday, talking about the terms. We were discussing, what I was trying to do, and we sort of, were like, oh, this is stupid, and then we talked about handing over the belt. Well, it turns out there was someone messaging Nathan, alerting him to my plans.
The helpful man, as he called himself.
Now,
And he comes from down my lane.
you guys you aren't too familiar with the dwelling, but I was kicked out of the dwelling for a month for simply knowing of someone from the outside of the dwelling coming in. This, my friend, is treason. No, it's treason. So yes, helpful man.
Yes, helpful
There's
man.
going to be probably a weird edit there, but yes,
Yeah.
helpful man.
Who comes from down my lane.
I was kicked out of the dwelling for a month for simply knowing of someone outside who came in. You've committed treason. What do you have to say for yourself?
How do you answer to these crimes, helpful man?
Who lives down your lane or whatever?
Should I send him a message now and see if his phone pings off?
I
No, he's
am the
muted.
helpful man.
Ah!
I come
Confessed.
from down your lane.
So what?
Nobody.
Okay, no.
Literally nobody on our fan page, nobody on any of these pages cares about your like. The only good one that happened was when Tom came in.
Right, so I did it because I was doing it for another reason to, just to have a bit of fun with someone else. But whilst making the account, I thought, I know what I can do. And I defend my so-called treason by saying that you are, in fact, the treasonous one.
What's the treason behind this?
By taking what is not yours out and about into the wide world. The Dweller's
Ooh.
Cup has never left.
I asked Scott. He said it's cool.
I was not aware of this.
Okay.
and now,
And-
now
and-
your whole argument's fucked.
But well, then you lost it, and that's I say that I committed no treason. I was merely trying to protect the dwelling.
Well, you can say whatever you want, but that's treason.
I was trying to protect the dwelling.
You went
The
against
greater
the dwelling.
good.
You went against the
greater
dwelling.
good.
They're great or good.
I
Doesn't the dwelling?
went against you, not the dwelling.
I was
Doesn't,
trying to retrieve the Dweller's Cup, and you weren't.
doesn't the dwelling seem like a wild place to live?
it really does.
Sounds
doesn't it?
crazy,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Honestly,
Okay.
just about as crazy as Ridgemont High, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Fast.
We'll get back to that. Okay. Me and you have unfinished business, but that's fine. Let's just leave that for now.
Ooh,
I've
little
contacted
sizzle,
your father,
sizzle.
but that's a whole different
Have
thing.
you actually texted my dad?
Yes. I asked your I asked your sister for his number. I know
He
he's
told you.
on a cruise right
Oh,
now.
no, you don't text my sister. Don't message my sister. I see. That's why I've been put in the booth today, to stop me from fucking choking bitches.
And also, it's your topic.
And it is my topic.
Yes.
So all of that aside,
Mm-hmm.
what's the topic?
So, chaps, you may or may not know, you probably know, one of my all-time favourite films is Back to the Future.
Ah.
Oh, fuck yeah. boys. Thank you for muting Nathan, I was enjoying that. So yeah, and I wanted to discuss, with Back to the Future, the topic of time travel, and what it means within movies, and what it would mean to us in a practical sense in, our modern times. And the reason I chose Back to the Future is not only because it's one of my favourite films of all time, but because of the nature of the time travel. Instead of it being a Terminator-style, big ass machine, it is made out of a DeLorean. And by the looks of it, in the first film at least, it is, a one-shot thing, essentially. Going back in time, trying to find out how to get back, using lightning somehow, which is, incredibly improbable. But that's beside the point.
Yeah.
How would you use time travel, lads?
Oh.
How would I use it personally?
In the same way that Marty uses the DeLorean. If you knew that you had to go back in time,
If I had to, what do you mean?
Right,
You
if-
could.
much like in the movie, where Marty escapes from the Libyan terrorists, which, you know, that was pretty ahead of its time because, you know, Libya only started being a place in like the 2010s. So.
It was pretty ahead of its time in its use of racism, so
Yeah.
well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, much like Marty, who goes back in time in the DeLorean, and the DeLorean breaks, and you have to try and find a way to get back. At which point would you go back to?
I would never travel farther back than my own life, ever.
Okay.
Never go further back than that.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
I
you might
probably-
stop yourself.
I
being
would
born.
probably never really go further back than the time I found or was given or discovered or made the time travel device, or, you know, if it's just something I could do.
That makes a lot of
So
sense.
you wouldn't go back in time at all then?
No, unless, you know, and up to the point that I have it,
Why?
Yeah.
because there might be some sort of circumstance or thing that means that I don't actually end up getting it.
You believe in the butterfly effect?
Yes.
That sounds like a pussy behaviour to me.
No, I too believe in the butterfly effect. I think what Garrett's saying is smart. Because if you went back before your own timeline began, what if you did something to stop it ever starting?
Well, like fuck your own mum.
No, that would just spawn possibly the weirdest baby in the entire universe.
It's basically the plot of Back to the Future.
It is basically the plot of Back to the Future.
No, it's not.
Well,
I mean, it's really
It's a
not.
sub-
They
it's a
just
subplot.
kiss and he maybe fingers her. That's not fucking.
Did he finger her?
No, I don't know.
He
Maybe.
definitely slipped one in, Marty, you sly dog.
he definitely fancied his own mum. She definitely wanted to climb him like
Oh,
a tree.
she did.
Yeah, so time travel.
Wait, so I don't think I fully understand the question. So I've gone back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
And now I'm stuck.
Hang on, how far back have we gone?
Well, that's up to you.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Okay, so let's say I've gone back to. Let's say I've gone back to 1776.
Sure.
I'm in Philadelphia.
Yes.
The Declaration of Independence has been signed by some lads.
Sure.
I'm there too,
Mm-hmm.
just chilling.
Yep.
Maybe I'll write a few lines.
Yep.
Sign my name.
Yep.
I'm a founding father.
Sure.
100%.
Now, if I go back to the future, am I then rich? Will my family then be rich because of the legacy of the founding fathers?
I mean, I don't think you can ever predict something that far back.
Surely, unless
If you went back a week and then you bought a lottery ticket that won the next day,
Yeah,
that's pretty easy to predict.
Yeah.
If you're going back to, what, 1700s,
1776.
I don't think you'd be able to tell. And also, I don't
But
think you
if
just get
you-
to. I don't think you just get to walk up to the founding fathers and be like, "Hey, what's up? Do you mind if I write a couple lines?"
Yeah. Hi.
Well-
Hi. I'm a British man. The man that you hate.
They're all British. I'll just go back a few months before and like work my way in. Just get in with all the lads. Ben, Franklin,
How many founding fathers were there?
quite a few.
How
There
many
was-
can you name?
I know the Hamilton soundtrack backwards, so quite a few. Alexander Hamilton, George not George Bush, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson,
Hancock.
Lafayette, fucking another one,
Hancock.
Nathan Bauer.
Hancock,
John Hancock. Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin,
Nathan Bauer.
Nathan Bauer.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Jefferson's mate?
Oh, yeah.
Jefferson's mate.
No.
Hey, mate, I'm signing a declaration today. You wanna come?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, alright, mate.
A few others as
Oh,
well.
I just woke up.
Or I'll
Aaron
throw,
Burr.
I'll throw in a line.
Aaron Burr,
Yes.
who famously shot and killed Alexander Hamilton in their great duel.
You've
It's all covered in the plot of Hamilton.
You've all got to have a great duel every once in a while.
Yeah.
So you go back
Philip
to
Hamilton.
what?
Philip Hamilton.
Right, I'm gonna cut this weird segment here in half
Eliza Hamilton.
and just say, Harry,
Yeah.
are you familiar with Disney's original movie Minutemen?
Yes.
Now, Minutemen is a classic. It fucking yeah. No, Minutemen. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Minutemen is great. It's about a group of lads. One of the lads is actually the little evil Mexican kid from Hannah Montana. So basically, what he does is he creates a time machine, and three lads. It takes like 3 lads to operate. So he like recruits 2 of his mates. And they all put on snowsuits, like white snowsuits, and what they do is they go back in time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Basically, there's no explanation as to how this guy has created a fucking time machine. By the way, it's just fact. He has.
Cool.
So they go back in time and they realize like some girl like fell over like from in the day that they'd just come back from. So they were like, why don't we just go and fucking stop her falling over? She's like the head cheerleader. She fell off like the top of the cheerleading pile thing.
Did she die?
Nah.
Wow.
No, she just broke her leg, but it was like, yeah, she broke her leg. So I was like, fucking gutted. So anyway, the guys in snowsuits, who are dubbed the snowsuit guys amongst the whole, go into their yeah, I know, it's creative.
Wow.
Yeah, they go and stop her falling off, or they catch her, and they basically just go about. That's basically the plot of the film. They go about kicking around the school, doing some shit, and stopping some shit happening, like bullying and stuff. So I think that's how I'd use my power, really, for the greater good of a school.
Of a school.
Of a school.
You have the power to go back to any point in history. You could see Hitler committing suicide. You could see the Declaration of Independence being signed by Nathan Bauer himself.
Yeah, boy.
You could see a Neanderthal looking at a pussy and being like, getting erect and placing it inside for the first time in history, and you're using it to. That is Garrett muted for the rest of the pod.
That's fair.
And you choose to just save people at school. How many accidents do you think occur at school?
Well, none.
What school did you go to?
Also, why are you, a 20-year-old man, just hanging out around a school?
Because it's the one I haven't been banned from yet.
I just imagine like there's a fucking like secondary school, and outside there's a fucking DeLorean with this Lawrence inside, leather jacket, maybe some shades, and he's just like, "Hey, you guys need saving? Hey, Chili, you gonna break your leg tomorrow?"
Doctor Who hung out in a school back in the day, didn't he? Like back in the 60s.
Yeah, he was the caretaker.
Yeah, but that was different. That was when it was okay. No one knew about it. Well, everyone knew about it. They just didn't say anything.
They were like, "Who's that fucking janitor that lives in a box?" And everyone's like, "Don't worry about it. He does it."
I think his granddaughter goes here.
Yeah. He lives there from time to time.
And then, like 2 days later, his granddaughter and 2 teachers went missing.
I'm imagining a sequel.
Mad.
I'm imagining a sequel to Lawrence in the School, where like you actually get caught, you spend like 14 years in prison, get out on good behaviour.
Hang on, I mean, I didn't do anything in this school.
Doesn't matter. They thought you did. You get out on good behaviour, and you have to go back in time to save yourself from getting done.
Harry, what time would you go to, and what would you do?
Yeah,
I would go back to when Kennedy was shot, which seems cliched.
It does.
It does.
Probably be a lot of time travels there.
Kennedy Papers just came out as well.
Doctor Who himself is there.
Was he there?
What?
Yeah, because do you remember in like the first episode of the new series in like Rose, where there was like
the
really bad CGI
Photoshop,
shot of Christopher Eccleston just in the Kennedy crowd?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
God,
bad.
It was fucking dreadful.
Yeah.
For some reason, like that bloke's wife that Rose goes to visit, right? That bloke's wife is just completely fine with her husband having this obsession, like to the point where it's taken up her basement. Like he's got all these pictures of the Ninth Doctor. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm not a fan of machines that take you back in time.
so time machines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What would you prefer then?
I prefer the Days of Future Past style, or the Misfits style.
Or made up powers.
Hmm?
Made up powers.
or made up time machines.
No,
what's your point?
I just go back in time.
Shut up.
I go back in time to my former self with the knowledge I have now.
But then you're just like a baby. What
I
are you
I
gonna
wouldn't
do?
go back to when I was a baby.
I've
What
often
would you go
thought
back
about
to?
I thought about like, and obviously it probably comes from a place of trauma. So when I broke my arm, as you guys know, I broke it pretty badly.
Brad.
Bradley. Hello, Bradley. How are you doing? And I
good.
was under anesthetic for a long while and had a bad reaction to it. So much so that I woke up throwing up. I often wondered, like, what if this is all like a dream? What if I just, fall asleep tonight and I wake up and I'm back at my 10-year-old self? What would that mean? Would that mean that I have, in some weird way, predicted what's going to happen in the future? Like every bad thing that's happened since in the past decade? Or do you reckon things would be so different? So I could put money on Donald Trump becoming president and become rich as fuck.
What happens once you like wake up from a vivid dream? What happens? You question it,
Yeah,
but then you start to forget it and you move on.
this is true. Yeah,
So
this is true.
that's pretty much what would happen.
Damn.
Oh man.
Okay, so let's say we can do a Days of Future Past thing. We can go.
Yeah, I'd much prefer that. Thanks.
So when would you go
Always
back
having to
to?
accommodate for you.
When would I go back to?
Yeah.
I can't actually think of a time that I go back to in my life right now, but it's an ability that I'd like to have. It's something that I would now, from now, just any mistake that I would make, or something that someone else would do, or just something that I want to see what would happen, because I would literally have all the time in the world.
So why is Garrett not berated for his choice of wanting to do the right thing, and I am?
I didn't say the right thing. I said the right choice for me.
Ah, fair enough.
You just said schools.
No, I'm not using my ability to bend time to my will to like incriminate myself further and possibly traumatize even more children.
Okay, you're saving some school kids, but maybe like what, 50 school kids at a fucking school?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, well, there are 50 kids that would have died.
Why would they have died? Why was this school in
How
such
many
high
accidents?
danger?
I don't know.
So okay, so these
I'm just saying if it was.
Surely this school should be shut down.
Yeah. No, I've had it. Everyone picks on me in this pod, and I'm standing my ground. If a school was in jeopardy, say for example, right? Okay, let's make it more serious. What kind of scenarios would a school be in that danger where all of the occupants of the school could die? Let's look at some American
that episode
news.
from Doctor Who where they get smart and then there are alien birds.
Yeah, the bats. Yeah, that's called School Reunion. That one, and it sees the return of Sarah Jane
And K9.
Oh, and K9, Elizabeth Sladen, God rest her soul.
Well, you just get a metal dog and you're good.
Nathan, if you had Days of Future Past,
Yeah.
you had Kitty or Rogue, one of your choice, touching your brain, being like, "Hey, go back and do some good shit, save some school kids."
Pick Rogue. She got her breasts out in true blood.
No.
Okay.
Stop.
All I'm saying is we haven't seen Kitty's breasts.
I don't want to see Kitty's breasts.
We don't know if they.
Stop being creepy. You're such a predator.
To be fair,
Stop.
they're lesbian breasts, so it would just
she'd not be interested.
Well,
I don't think her sexuality has any
Any
relevance
bearing
on
on her
her
breasts.
wanting you to see them.
That's very true. That.
It may do. You don't know that.
Yeah.
Lawrence
Well,
Lawrence is an okay.
I may be saying
guy.
this about Lawrence, but I'm saying this about all four of us.
I think, to be honest, this is fine. It's thin ice. I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah, let's all stop.
So, Nathan,
you see, I
Days of
was
Future
thinking
Past.
about this, and I thought that if I could go back in time in whatever way, let's say in the Days of Future Past way, I've got 23 years to play with. Not a lot. It's quite a limited scope. Okay, but I would just probably do what Biff did in Back to the Future. I'd probably just remember as much as I could and make a shitload of money.
Yeah. I think literally what we'd all do is just like go back to when it was like 300 million for Euro Millions. Go do that.
Yeah. But then again, who would believe like some 6-year-old kid that 9/11 was going to happen?
I wouldn't change that. I'm not
I
gonna
don't
lie.
think anyone's going to bet on 9/11.
I'll bet on it.
I want to hear
probably
Garrett's controversial. Why would you not change 9/11?
I wouldn't go back and change any event because, like I say, butterfly effect.
True.
Yeah.
Also,
So what happens?
there's a lot of
if
hard
9/11
work done
didn't
since
happen?
9/11 to crack down on terrorism. I wouldn't want that to go amiss.
I mean, a lot of it's been missteps.
Do you remember
Like,
air travel before
the entire
9/11?
Iraq
Huh?
war.
Do you remember air travel before 9/11?
Yeah, you'd just be
I-
like, I'm here to get a
breezy as
plane,
fuck.
and they'd be like, cool.
All right, cool.
I remember
Yeah.
going in the cockpit on my way to Scotland. So long ago, it was with my dad.
Watching
Ooh.
Home Alone is fun now because that airport security is the worst.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
I've been through JFK as an airport, and my God, was it the scariest thing. Would you
Yeah.
like to hear this anecdote?
Yeah, shoot.
Sure.
Okay. So basically,
Hold on. Whoa, Lawrence, are you traveling back in time to that time you were at JFK?
Fuck,
What?
here I am.
I'm
Oh, would you look at that?
trying to do the loudest noise I can.
Would you look at that? I'm in JFK.
Hello, sir. Welcome to John F. Kennedy Airport. What
Hello
can I
there,
do
sir.
for you?
I would like to put my bag on the fucking conveyor belt, and I'd like you to check it, please.
How
beep,
old were
beep,
you?
Beep.
Hey.
I was like, to be fair, I was like 17.
Alright.
Beep, beep, beep. Oh, fuck. Your bag's going off. Oh, what could that possibly be? I literally have no clue at this point. I'm shitting myself. These men have guns.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm there like, going to fucking hyperventilating and shit. At which point they have to. This is one of the ones where they have to get someone with a glove to come over and check it. So they put the glove. Not me. They don't check me. They don't check my bum.
I'm sorry, sir. Your bag's gone off. We need to check your asshole.
Yeah. What's in your asshole, sir?
What's in my arse?
What's in my ass? Fuck's sake. Anyway, that's new Zoella content right there. Right, so this person comes on over, gives my bag a good finger, and then basically, my mum has been a complete donut, Mum, if you're listening, you silly goose.
Mary.
What she did was put a load of shampoo. She packed extra shampoo for my week trip, which then, of course, exceeded the limit. So that wasn't fun. I had to get my shampoo taken out, and for them to do that for some reason, it meant the strongest man in existence had to go in and fucking wrangle this shampoo out because it went all over my fucking clothes. I don't know why he couldn't have kept the lid on as he took it out, but anyway, that's none of my business. And also, on the way back, it was even more fun going through JFK again because I had a jumper on at the time that had zips. Not like a regular hoodie because I kind of just see that these zips were precariously placed around the jumper. It was a bit edgy. I had a scene phase.
Sure.
So I got to the thing, and you have to go. I don't know if you've been to JFK. Have you guys been to JFK?
Yeah, I have.
I haven't.
So they've got these big fucking circular domes as their check-in things that are normally just the walkthrough. So I go into one of these, I put my arms up, and this thing scans down, and I shit you not, the entire fucking booth turns into this red light.
Yep.
And I was like, what the shit? And then I see these two people, these two guards, they see what's going on at this red light, and I just see them put one hand on their fucking sheathed pistols, right? And I'm like, holy motherfucking shit. This is about to become the last scene in Mad Max 3. Is that Mad Max 3? Max Payne 3, apologies, of the big airport shootout. So I was like, fuck, well, I'm clearly not getting out alive, and I'm going to use my fat media teacher as a human shield. So I see that, and a man walks over, and he says, do you have anything on you that we should know about? And I was like, again, at which point I said no, and then you see the other guard whisper in his ear, and he comes over, and just has a little play on the zip, of my jumper, and I'm like, holy fuck. And he was like, oh, you're lucky. And I was like, at which point I go on the other side and I cry.
Did you actually cry?
No, I didn't cry, but I can't lie, I was a bit shook up. I was a bit like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And then I had a go at Mum, and she was so sad. She just wanted me to have extra shampoo. I think she was more upset because she spent a lot of money. My favourite flavour is mango.
Flavour? Come again?
Your favourite flavour?
Yeah, I like mango flavoured things.
You mean scented?
No. So that's it. That's why she got it. She got me scented shampoo, mango, because it's my favourite flavour. I was getting there. God, guys.
Okay.
And then that had to be binned.
Cool. There's a good story about time travel.
I asked if you wanted to hear it.
Oh.
Lawrence, I'm here from the future. Please don't tell that story. It's fucking boring.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was really mean.
That was really mean.
That was nice.
I liked it.
Thank you. Well, I mean, you didn't. You even made a sarky comment after it.
Well, no.
The anecdote wasn't as relevant as I
No,
thought.
see, no one liked it, but because I went too mean, everyone likes it now.
Yeah, because that was very mean.
Thanks.
Okay.
Anyway, Doctor Who.
Sure.
No, just time travel.
Oh, you're referring to me as Doctor Who?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Doctor Who.
What?
I think you'd make a good Doctor Who, actually.
I think you would too.
Yeah.
I'd make a good anything. But
What would your catchphrase be?
fuck!
I'm sad.
Oh fuck, we've gone back in time again.
Yeah, it would just literally be like, Doctor, look out! There are some Daleks. Fuck!
Fucker.
Dun 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 dun.
That's pretty much Peter Capaldi.
Because each Doctor needs to have a look and like a quirky thing they do.
Yeah.
Like was it Matt Smith was
Bow ties.
was bow ties, and he goes, I love fish fingers in custard.
And fucking
Yeah.
Fez.
Right,
and
it is
a
a
fez.
fez.
That
right?
stupid fucking Fez needed to piss off.
He dropped the
quiff.
fez, didn't he, quite early?
The Fez was never fully a part of him. It was just kind of like a running
Yeah.
gag.
David Tennant was quite simple, I guess.
He just wore a suit and occasionally a blue suit.
And he just sort of like to sort of
He was just a bloke, wasn't he?
yeah, he liked to sniff and like
Wow.
pull a face at things and be like and yell. He loved to yell.
And he'd love to do that.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What was Christopher Eccleston's?
North.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. And for my next trick.
And for my next trick.
I'm a big Eccleston fan because he kind of because Doctor Who wasn't around for quite a while before he came along, right?
16 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he had a pretty tough job, especially because CGI was like
That was terrible in 2005.
It was back when BBC were like, we can do it. I was
We
like,
can do it. You get
can you-
£40 an episode.
but first episode, plastic men, wheelie bins. Let's go.
Oh, the fucking plastic man! I love going back and watching the episode because it's just you get the hands and then they just flip open his gun,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just gun.
Yeah,
Surprise.
it's not even like really like any high tech alien gun, is it? It's just a fucking gun.
What I love about that episode
They
is
just fucking
when
got a gat in their hands. Like,
Yeah, it's a Desert Eagle.
what always made me laugh so much about that episode was when Rose's boyfriend Mickey got turned into one of the plastic men,
Pizza.
and he was just so shiny and plasticky, and he just kept going pizza.
So
I don't remember that. I think
Nathan's
I blocked that out.
actually
and
got,
it took like the whole episode for Rose to go like, hang on a minute,
yeah,
you're not Mickey.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's another thing Nathan likes about the episode, and it's been his sort of call to arms every time. Like we went drinking on Halloween, obviously, and Nathan, before he took a winning shot, I might add, at beer pong.
Oh.
What was the specific monologue you read from our very own Rose Tyler?
So there's a bit at the end of that episode where they're defeating like the big alien or whatever, and Rose has to save the Doctor by swinging on a chain, which
Oh yeah,
whatever,
Oh, of course.
whatever. And she runs up to the chain. But what I love about the episode is she grabs hold of the chain like so, and then she just talks to herself for about 30 seconds with her hands on the chain, just saying, "I didn't do well in school. I got no GCSEs. I work in a shop, and my job's gone now. Whatever. But I tell you what, I have got bronze medal in gymnastics or some shit." And then she just swings.
Yeah,
Like,
and she swings
why,
and then
why are
just
you doing
boots
that?
someone in the face like that's holding the Doctor.
And
I
then he's
can't
safe.
believe Russell T Davies left. He was so much better than Stephen Moffat.
Oh, bring him back. He's so good.
Oh, in fairness, Stephen Moffat is shit though. Come on. Now.
Russell T Davies is also shit.
Yeah, but at least Russell T Davies was like humorous shit.
Go.
I remember being terrified of the. Are you my mummy?
That was
Oh, that was
I was
fucking scary.
literally
episode.
about to bring that up because everyone was really scared of that, and I didn't find that scary for some reason.
You didn't find that scary?
Not really.
That was a spooky episode.
That was spooky. I was a spooky boy.
You're the guy who with me gets jump scared at Call of Duty Zombies World War II.
Well, yeah, it's a jump scare.
Actually, that's fair.
It's more just the shock than the
the
spook
actual
factor.
content of the scare. Yeah.
Mommy. That was terrifying.
Yeah, I thought it was
Ah.
fucking spook.
For my fucking 12-year-old self or whatever. Scary.
I
Scary.
found
So-
Blink scarier. Oh, sorry, Harry, carry on.
In that episode, you have that actor whose name I've forgotten, the older guy who played the Doctor.
Christopher Eccleston.
Not the Doctor,
Oh.
the Doctor that tried to help him.
Ah, yes, that Doctor.
And remember,
that
remember the
dude.
bit where he's just like sitting there and he's becoming weirder, opens his mouth and the little thing comes out.
Yeah.
Imagine taking direction for that. Imagine being told, right, so I want you to sit there and pretend like a gas mask is coming out your mouth. How weird, without CGI, must that look? It's just you going...
Imagine it like reverse fellatio.
Ugh.
That's how I'd give direction to
What,
it.
a dick coming out of your throat?
Yeah,
I presume so. A massive wide one.
like a scene from Alien, but
Out of your throat.
you're both the alien and
The alien.
yeah.
I don't like that. Did you find any Doctor Who scary?
Blink, absolutely. And Midnight.
Midnight.
Midnight,
Midnight was
I think, is
scary.
completely underrated. as
Which
a
one's
doc-
Midnight?
I think it's personally one of the best episodes of Doctor Who.
It's the one where it's a bottle episode where it's just like basically like the Doctor and some people on like a train
Which
or whatever.
which one was this? Oh, the one where it learns.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's class.
Yes, yeah.
Then,
So
like,
on the
takes
Crystal
whole-
World.
yeah, and then it's like talking at the same time as the Doctor and shit.
It like burns off the fucking like the pilots and shit, doesn't it?
Yeah. I remember that because it's such great acting from David Tennant because just the bit where the alien finally sort of gets ahead of him,
Yeah.
just the strain and the tears in his eyes of just not being able to control himself. The Doctor of all people, because that's the great Doctor Who episode, is when the Doctor himself, cocky, intelligent, far more intelligent than he ever lets on. Like he'll always be like brag a little bit about how smart he is, but he's just far more intelligent than we'll ever know.
Yeah.
And yet in that moment he is completely powerless. That's why I love that.
That's a
Also,
good episode.
if you remember in the beginning bit, when the Doctor goes to visit the pilots and they open the windows for a tiny bit to see the crystal world, and one of the pilots goes, "Oh, what was that? I could have sworn as a kid that I saw something move on the screen."
I think I did too. I think you do for like a second or so.
I've gone back and watched it. Nothing.
You sure?
Yeah, I've watched it to make sure that I wasn't like imagining things, but no, there's nothing. There's like a glint of sunlight, but that's it.
Nah, there's got to be some Mandela effect shit right there, because
Oh, don't go on about that. I had a conversation at work, right, with this new guy a couple months back, and he was just going on about the Mandela effect. And his opening argument was, all right, did salt and vinegar crisps, Walker's salt and vinegar crisps, did they change colour? At which point I said,
No.
don't think so.
Yes,
They've
did.
always
Yes,
been
they did.
green.
No.
No, they were blue. At
They
one
were
point.
blue. No, they definitely changed colour.
Did they?
Yes, they
Yeah.
were blue.
Oh.
And what was cheese and onion?
Cheese and onion
These
used
are
to
the
be
opposite
green.
colour, green.
Oh.
And yet, like,
Well, that doesn't prove we live in an
happened when I was
alternate
about
dimension.
9.
Right, hang on. Can I? I'm eager to learn. Can someone please define the Mandela effect?
No,
I've heard
because
it.
I'm going to save it for my next episode.
Oh, but I want to learn now.
No.
Everyone will have a week to prepare. And
Look it up. It won't be a week. It'll be quite a while.
No one cares or listens.
It's you
so-
next week, and then it's Garrett.
Hey, it's me
after
next
that.
week?
Yeah, it's you next.
Since when?
Since just now.
Dope.
I was,
Because it was you after-
I was told yesterday it was mine, so
It's you next week.
I
'Cause
have-
you was
I have an
after,
idea.
You was after Harry last time.
I have an idea. It's fine.
Right. Then it's you after that. Anyway, time travel. So let's quickly in these last 5 minutes forward in time. Where would you go? Shoot me a year.
Next.
What, the clothing
next
retail
year,
store?
Mm-hmm.
2069.
We're still going on the Days of Future Past, so you'd just be old you.
Maybe not. Actually, no. If we're going Days of Future Past, then I'd probably go like 2030.
Is it time and space?
Mm,
No one
No.
said. No one said space was involved.
So it's just this
I'd say no.
this time. This.
Let's
this
say you
position.
stay in the same position, but you travel in time.
Oh, that's far too dangerous.
Yeah. Well, what if you get trapped in a brick wall?
Well, just lay in your bed or whatever, just somewhere safe.
Well, there's no guarantee that your house is not
well,
there.
you. For this fucking sake, let's just say you'll land somewhere safe. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on,
Right.
where? No, I'm transfixed. Where would you go? Where's your safe place? Where's the one place you know that was definitely there for however long you want to stretch back?
Doesn't matter. What does it matter?
I'm gonna go to.
I'd go into a body of water.
Thanks, Garrett. Thanks for interrupting Lawrence right there.
Yeah. No, in fairness, I was gonna say the Thames.
There you go.
What if there's a big fucking boat?
Go under
On the off
water.
chance I spawn right where that boat is at that
Spawn.
exact time.
There's a good chance, really.
Well, there is a good chance. in the
Well,
Thames.
hope.
I'm talking like an estuary by my house.
All right, let's say you
Oh.
can move in space. You have a TARDIS. Okay, for fuck's sake, you get one trip into the future.
What
What
Where
if
you
the
go?
TARDIS lands where a
Shut the
boat?
fuck up. Okay. You have a TARDIS or a DeLorean, whatever. You get
Mhm.
one trip into the future.
Yeah.
Where are you going? What year?
What year?
Yes.
I want. Sorry.
There you go.
I'd want to go to a planet we haven't been to, but I want to be on one that is habited. There's no way of knowing that right now. I don't want to go to the fucking future here because it's just gonna be bleak and just Blade Runnery.
Well, fun as always from Garrett. Harry.
I know what I'd do.
Okay,
Sorry.
Lawrence.
No, Harry.
No, you got the idea.
Okay. One of my biggest worries of modern future is not being able to see The Incredibles in a quiet screening where there's not going to be screaming children. The new Incredibles, that is. I would go. What do you call it? Forward in time to where they're shipping out this film under whatever name it is. I'd find that out. I'd steal one of the copies, take it back. Actually, no, fuck that. I'd go.
Yeah, just go to
I'd
the
go
end.
forward.
Go to the end of when it's in cinemas, like the last that's in cinemas. No one will be seeing it.
That's a good
Got a
point.
point, he's got a
I mean, I
point.
could just do that. I could just wait for it then, I guess.
Or you could just go like Disney Pixar HQ.
Yeah, I'll do that. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll do that. But because I want to see it now.
All right. I would go. Oh wait, have you got one?
Mine's not as interesting. I just go to 2030 and just see what I'm doing. Just sort of peek.
See what I'm doing.
Like
Yeah, just-
iRobot.
Just sort of peek from afar and be like,
Okay.
not get too involved. Just be like,
Be like, is there something? I need
What
to
would happen if
change?
you didn't like the direction your life went in, though?
Yeah.
Would you couldn't change it because
yeah.
that's the future.
that's fine. Like I'd have to accept it.
But you'd be well sad, Harry.
I'm sad anyway,
It's true.
and I know I'd be sad at that point. But I know, like maybe if in the future, like I know I wouldn't be able to change up to that point. But maybe at that point I'd be like, oh shit, this is the point where I'm standing up on that hill and I'm just staring down on myself.
Ah, and you could change your life. You could turn it around.
Now's the point where I can change.
Nice.
Nathan?
Smart.
I would go 20 years into the future to 2037.
Yep.
I would buy all the Star Wars and Marvel and whatever films on Blu-ray. I come back and give them all a little bloody watch.
But then you have no Star Wars for 20 years.
Or I have all the Star Wars.
Well, no, because
I
while
think-
we're
I think
getting
even,
excited on the
even
pod
all
for
the
like,
Star Wars, you probably have. Let's be generous. Let's say you've got 5 straight days of Star Wars
Yeah,
non-stop.
yeah.
Then that's it for 20 years.
But I'll get all the books too, and the comics.
All right, so you've got
And the
2.
games.
You
got
you
3
can't bring it back
Yeah, why?
you've completely
because
ruined
it completely ruined time and
This
space.
wasn't a rule.
Yeah, I mean, if
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
In
though.
fairness, I did bring The Incredibles back.
if
Oh, I
it-
didn't
if
realize
it-
you were bringing it back. I thought you were just viewing it in a private
No, I
space
picked it up
there.
on Blu-ray too.
Right,
as
yeah.
long as you don't, show anyone else.
I'm not going to show anyone. They're just for me.
That's a total fucking lie. You're gonna invite us over to view
You
it.
know full well
Definitely
that
I'm not.
you know full well that we'd get that exclusive pod content. We'd get the viewers we've always been hoping
We'd
for.
get Ryan Johnson's fucking trilogy.
Yeah. You know full well we'd tweet Ryan Johnson now and be like, Old Republic, yeah, and he'd be like, how do they know? and then that's how
Maybe
European
maybe
subs
we're
would blow
maybe
up.
we're the reason.
Yeah.
Maybe we're the reason that it is.
Yeah. I can imagine that. We're like Old Republic, and he's like, no. Hey, that's pretty good.
We put that is like a plot point on Doctor Who so much.
I know.
Like they just whisper something in like William Shakespeare's ear.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
do you remember like
oh, that's good. That one.
Yeah.
I might use that.
Hamlet? Oh,
Ah, quite good. Yeah. Anyway,
I'll write that one then.
Harry, yours.
I've already done mine, but
Have
you?
Oh, yeah, you did,
I think we've
iRobot.
come to a nice end. Thank you for listening to this in the future or the
Ah.
past.
Thank you to my future self, and I hope you're alive.
Any final thoughts on time travel?
Probably don't do it. Probably just a bad idea all around.
Yeah, I'd say we can't do it, and there's probably a reason as to why we can't. So
because it's
I wouldn't worry about it.
scientifically impossible.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be that.
Yeah. Yep. Don't.
There we go.
Words of
Another
wisdom.
successful pod discussing the. No, not happy. It can also be happy, but I'll leave that up to you.
Thank you.
But it's been successful in that we've discussed time travel and all come to the conclusion that, you know what? Nah. I've been Harry.
I've been Lawrence.
I've been Doctor Who.
I have been Louis C.K.
What? Why?
Another happy pod. Another happy pod.